Good afternoon. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to, well, D for Day Zero. It's the afternoon, and usually I don't come on. But today I'm here with you, and it is December 15th, 2025. It's 2:32 in the afternoon. Shout out to the mom, all my other bears. I see some of you in the chat. So that's enough for me to go ahead and get started. D for Day Zero. This is part 2. This is not a reveal. This is not a drag. This is not commentary. This is a court ordered moment. Day 0 is the point where narrative ends and compliance begins, where delay stops working, where performance meets procedure. There has already been a stay, there has already been argument, there has already been an attempt to frame compliance as optional. It isn't. The court vacated the stay. The deadline stands. Must file does not mean when convenient. By today does not mean after today. So this afternoon is not about prediction. It's about posture. There are only 3 doors left: compliance, refusal, or deception. And every one of those doors leaves a record. Courts don't respond to volume, they respond to filings. They don't weigh online narratives, they weigh conduct. Today is not about what anyone says next, it's about what appears on the docket. Day 0 is the moment anonymity stops being an argument and becomes a fact pattern. We're not here to speculate. We're here to document. This is D for Day 0. Part 2 begins now. All right. Mic is open. Sound is good, I think. Give me a thumbs up. We're going to do something a little different this afternoon with the time remaining. You saw on the clock, and I said I would give you an update. So let me just read this part. It's 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 50 seconds remaining that the court is open for business on this day. The court closes at 4:30. It's Eastern Standard Time here in Detroit, Michigan. All right. Let me just look at the chat real quick. I did check the docket, and nothing has changed on the docket since December the 10th of this year. Okay. So the judge hasn't filed anything on the docket that I can see since December 4th. Okay, that's 11 days ago. And the last filing was by the defendant on December 10th. So Friday, it doesn't appear definitely that the judge filed anything. I don't see anything. Okay. There's still less than 2 hours remaining. And a response to the court's order to file written filing of the defendant's legal name and address. There's still time for someone to walk in there if they haven't already done so. It's possible. It's possible already that today someone has filed something. If they have, it just hasn't appeared on the docket as of 2:30 when I checked. Okay. So what we're going to do this afternoon is I've pulled a prior video that was created by the defendant. This is a deleted video. Is this one deleted? There's so many videos out there. You know what? Let me see if that video is deleted. She has multiple channels. And one time when I talked about a video being deleted, what happened, it had been deleted from the channel that it had previously been on for a long time. And then it was filed or uploaded, I should say, to a different YouTube channel. The name was changed slightly and the thumbnail was changed. So when I went to look for it in the, same way, I said it's not there. But then when I really looked, then it was there. Okay. Later, someone said, oh, it's there. But it wasn't on the same, it wasn't on the same YouTube channel. So a lot of things were changed to deliberately disguise where it had moved to, in my opinion. That is my opinion. Okay. That's not speculation. It had been moved and all of that data had been changed. But I did give my opinion on Why? Okay, I said I wouldn't talk about my speculation on what's going to be filed, but I just gave my opinion on something different. All right. So let me just check. Backup channel to see. And if it's up, it's up. I'm still going to read from it. Okay. See it there. Just checking the channel. Okay, so far I don't see it. Okay. So let me tell you what we're going to do. Hang on. Just looking up something. All right. So I can frame it that way. See if I can give a disclaimer. That's what I'm kind of looking over some of the quotes. And I will be going to some specific timestamps, by the way, in the transcript where she speaks about courts, police, FBI, judicial authority, with exact language. Again, I'm just kind of looking over some of these things. This is fair use commentary. I'm not going to read just yet, but I'm just looking over some of these excerpts. Okay. Hang on. Okay. There's a lot here. Hang on, hang on. So, all right. So again, I just want to. I've looked over most of them. Um, I just want to set, the frame, the context before I, get into any of the transcript quotes and say this is fair use commentary. This is for education. This is for criticism. This is important. These are not reactions. These are not opinions. These are contemporary. Let's see. Wait a minute. Yes, these are contemporaneous statements on record with timestamps. Okay. Verbatim quotes. Again, I'm just kind of looking at these and seeing how I want to say it. All right. So before I get into them, because I'm not looking at the chat, let me look at the chat again. We'll put up my fireplace. Yeah, thank you. Take your time. Yeah. Because I want to get this, I want it to have meaning. It does have meaning. And again, there's nothing on the docket so far. All right. So, sound is good. You can email me right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Please be respectful in the chat, which I'm pretty sure that the way everything went this morning, we'll do the same thing. All right. So let's do this. Let me tell you which video that I'm reading from. And let's see. It's titled, and it may be up there, but I don't see it. Who is Danielle Elizabeth Allen? That's the name of it. Followed by Sabrina's Petition, Teddy Bundy's Obsession, Black Tea Sector Drama. Let's see if I can tell you when it was. At least this version of it. This was created in November the 4th, 2023. This is leading up to, this is important because I told you it was at the end of 2023, leading into 2024. And in 2024, what happened January, February, March, this led up to the setup for the personal protection order hearing. Yes. This really began to set it up. There's a lot in this video, but I'm going to focus on some things, but just so that you know. So let's see. Before I go to these exact quotes, let's see if I can just give a general summary. So again, these are going to be verbatim. This is fair use, direct quotes from the transcripts, things that were referenced to the courts, about the courts, police, FBI, judicial authority. No interpretation I'm going to be giving. I'm not going to be polishing it up. This is her own mouth on record. So, and I'll get to the timestamps, but let me just give you some idea about the courts and legal process. Quote. She keeps on trying to state, this is her saying this, that she is going to go to the police department to file police reports, and that the only thing stopping her is that she needs to know my identity to actually have a case. 2023, November 4th, 2023. Let that sink in. Next, I have already proven that she has no real case. The police reports that she filed before were meritless and frivolous. They were all closed. Quote. She has no case. She has no case. In order to go to the police to file charges, you have to have a case. She is just a vigilante. Everything you preach out and say that I came on here being a vigilante, you're the vigilante. She has not filed anything in over a year. Nothing she has is worth a criminal charge. Let me pause. Just let that sink in. That's all I'm saying. This was her line of thinking, her comments direct about a lot of things. Again, this is the video that I'm reading from is Who is Daniel Elizabeth Allen? Sabrina's Petition, Teddy Bundy's Obsession, Black Tea Sector Drama. Let's continue. Do you hear the clock ticking? I think I have it pretty low, but okay. At least I don't hear it much. Please let me know if it, don't really want that much sound, but my voice. Okay. Let's kind of go to this next group. This one is grouped under things about filing reports, timing, and delays. She says, I quote, D for Danielle is not going to push me to do anything before I'm ready to do it. She says, what are you waiting for? She was going to file a police report, and it has been over a year, almost going to be 2 years. She hasn't done. Next. You don't need to know the identity of a suspect to make a police report. That's the police job to investigate and identify the suspect. I have the recording from your local police. Again, I pause. Identity. Today is the day. It's D for day zero. And the legal identity has been ordered to be turned into the court by today, 4:30, December 15th, 2025. 2 years later. About the police authority, she says, I called her police department and I actually had a full conversation with the police department. A full conversation with the police department. A record. Next, they said, you don't need that information. I pause. To say facts, Danielle, around this time, she was checking to see if anything had been filed since 2022, when the first wellness check report was created in October of 2022. All right. And since then, between October of 2022 and 2023, when this was released, she had contacted the Northville Police Department multiple times, checking to see if there were any additional filings. Mm-hmm. And so that's why when she's saying here, I called her local police, she's talking to her audience department, and I actually had a full conversation with the police department. They said, you don't need that information. The information to file a report, to file a case, to file, she's talking about her identity, her name, Just file one anonymously. I continue. She says, the wellness check report from October 2022 was closed. Nothing has been filed since that time. I have the letter from Northville. So they sent the letter? You contacted and spoke with a police sergeant by a name. This is not speculation. Inquiring, following up on the wellness check that she herself did. File multiple wellness checks. That's not speculation. That is part of this case. I have the letter from Northville. I reached out to the police department and they say nothing has been filed in over a year. So I'll just ask the question. If it didn't matter to her, why is she checking? Not once. If it didn't mean anything, why are you checking? Multiple checks. Conversations. Recorded conversations. If it didn't matter to her, why is she checking? I go on. That's a question. About FBI involvement, she says. And let me just say this, fair use commentary. This section is especially important because it shows how she conceptualizes institutional power. Quote, nobody will figure out who I am unless someone did a thorough investigation. Quote, that means the FBI will have to get involved. She says, I have no intentions of committing any crime where the FBI will feel the need to get involved. The FBI is not going to give a damn about any of this. Quote, I'm the one that should actually know what the FBI will do and what they won't do. Why? Listen carefully. I'm the one that should actually know what the FBI will do and what they won't do. Next. Since the FBI would never be investigating anything, that means I won't be found. About the courts as irrelevant or ineffective. Should I pause? Should I pause and just say again, these are her words. This is how she felt. This is how she thought about police, agencies, FBI, judicial authority. Let me go on. This is to document. Let me see where I left off. So about the courts. Nothing is ongoing. She says, stop lying. You are not really taken seriously. You're the laughing stock of this sector. There is nothing where you're at. You haven't done anything. The courts won't do anything. That last sentiment is contradicted. Today, there's an order, a court order, United States District Judge order. The court has done something, and it was on December 4th, 2025, when they made that order. But in 2023, she said the courts won't do anything. You are not really taken seriously. You are the laughing stock of this sector. I continue. Why does this matter, you might wonder? Don't want to speculate. Why she speaks with so much authority. Why she speaks in a way that is so dismissive. In a way where she believes that she can manage time, avoid, bind, optional, performative, however you. I'm looking at these words and these phrases and just asking, miscalculation, perhaps, dressed up as confidence? Timestamp 8:25. For the last year, Bundy has not made any effort or contact with the police to file any additional reports. She was actually trying to get some sort of legal justice outside of YouTube, but she was not able to. Somebody asked the question yesterday or made the comment, what do you want? I said accountability. I've said a number of things, and justice is one of them. She doesn't want the truth out there. Her. That's her words. Yes, she says, then report your video because she doesn't want the truth out there. 1010. You don't need to know the identity to make a report. 1101. All of that was closed, and there has been no other reports since then. Again, you need to look at the time frame and the contacts into Michigan. Multiple contacts. This is documentation. She says there's no jurisdiction in her filings to the court. That court doesn't have jurisdiction over her. But there are multiple documented on record to Michigan agencies, police departments on separate occasions, different dates, different names, different aliases throughout an extended period, which continued into 2024 and so she has said these things are time barred. That happened in 2022. That happened in 2023. That happened. The clock stopped, she said. That all needs to be forgotten. And the argument continues to this day. On record, you can read it. $17.55. D for Danielle, I've read it, is not going to push me to do anything before I'm ready to do it. She's in control of her timing. Nobody tells her what to do. There are volumes of examples. While she's anonymous, who's gonna check me, boo? 3142, she says, there is nothing since then. Nothing is happening. Nothing has been filed. Nothing has been filed since my last request. So there are multiple requests. That's not speculation. That's in her own admission and wording and voice. No. You see, if I didn't have the receipts, I would be speculating. $38.26. The FBI will have to get involved. The FBI won't get involved unless I commit a heinous or some kind of crazy crime. Since the FBI would never be investigating anything, that means I won't be found. So let's park it there. The only one that can find her is the FBI. The police. She said it. I've said that. People don't believe me, but I have the receipt. So you mean if she complies and gives her legal name, that she's not found? She's not identified? Let me go on. What is your actual crime charge? Criminal charge. I'll wait. There is no charge. There is no crime. She repeatedly asserts that nothing is happening legally. Nothing is going to happen. People don't believe me. The police don't believe me. It's frivolous. The courts are going to do nothing. I'm the laughing stock of this sector. She explicitly states her belief that institutions will not act, and almost frames it as if it's compliance is something that is voluntary on her time. That's not speculation. That's her own recorded language, indexed, mapped, time-stamped, isolated, and directly conflict with things. But now, and for now, we're waiting. The judge is waiting to get the information on the identity of this person because it's important to the case. Identity is not an option now. It's day zero. It's clean. It's judicial. It's on the record. And since it's in her own words, then they speak for themselves. I don't have to frame it. Not really. I'm telling you where I'm reading from. That's not slander. That's not defamation. That's not crazy. It's not psychotic at all. Mm-mm. And yes, can you please remember to hit the like you're listening? Mhm. Yes, I do talk the way I do sometimes. Yeah. Let me check something. Yes. To someone who just sent an email, I'll just say yes. Let me see. There's the email address there at the bottom. Thank you. Miss Viva. You sound like Wendy Williams to me, and that's a compliment. Williams. Okay. Well, let me go to something. 139.46. Or let's go. Let's see. This is her talking about Danielle Elizabeth. After she has pulled documents on her, legal documents. 136.01. I'll go back a little. Oh, that other document, it says something about she has a possible. I'll just end it with some type of intellectual something. She's reading from a document and she's disclosing some personal information. Yeah, and she's pointing to the top of it and holding it. Then she says, "Hold on. Wait 1 second. Okay. So another thing they've mentioned is the fact that in 2017 right here it says some kind of word there. I don't want to read it. And so in like 2017, it looks like there was a fight. Okay, so they mentioned like, oh, something about fighting. She likes to fight. or this or that. Okay, so in 2017, oops, not that. And then there's a video right here, and that says something about someone else. So she didn't beat you up, so it says. So she didn't beat you up? Okay. This is 2016, right? Here. Hold on. You better hope for the hope. Oh, Wayne. I'm going to put it on YouTube. Oh, I forgot. YouTube really don't like fighting videos. Dang. Hold on. Let me take that out. And yeah, okay. I'm going to post a link to that because I forgot I'm on YouTube. Dang. Hold on. Let me take that out. Yeah, okay. I'm going to post a link to that because I forgot I'm on YouTube. Hmm. She said getting this tattoo, this song will be great. So as she's going back through Danielle Elizabeth's social media, showing links that were posted and chats and but that's the Twitter. And it's called She Bad with some numbers, okay? What else? She says, what else is missing? Okay, did I forget anything? Then there's someone she asked. She asked someone, did I forget anything? And this person, I wonder. She said their name, it's clear. She asked them, did I forget anything? Or anybody? Like, what else do y'all want to see? Okay. Hold on. Hold on. My. So again, if you just getting in here, make sure you sign the petition. Change.org. Sabrina Evans. Okay. That's the petition. I'm going to post it in the chat right now. So to her audience, thousands, she posts the link to the change.org and said, make sure you sign the petition. And the person that she asked a question, did I forget anything? Or anybody like, what else? That person signed the petition and they even gave her, the thumbs up. Like, got it, I did it. Already done. And they were signing and they were stopping and, people were checking in one by one. Check. This isn't speculation. Check. Sabrina Evans. Check. It's signed. Check. People coming over here trying to get my attention. Check. Bundy doesn't have no charge. Bundy is not going to call no calls. And the reason I'm posting it, she says, is because of the same stuff she keeps holding on and trying to hold in front of people's face and dangle it like a carrot, okay? Child, go on 1 second. Now let me pull up that interrogation video. And then that'll probably be it. Hmm. Oh, she asked. You asked me to play the video of her calling the cops. Okay, I can play that at the end. So she plays the video for her audience of me calling the police. And they're all watching and chatting, and they're just having a great time signing the petition. And while the petition is being signed, cash apps are flowing, super chats are flowing, super stickers. And the more they go and the longer they go, and this crowd, they're really into it by now. And somebody who says they're not a part of it, didn't know that any of this was going on. Nothing. Not a clue. That's not speculation. That was in a filing. ECF 47 stricken. ECF 46 stricken. Said, I'm the only one that's on this account. I don't know any of this. I just found out. But wrote a 17-page, caught up so quickly, apprised of everything. Sound like, I don't know, 142:15. I just want to get that. I'm talking about DEA right now, okay? Because I guess some people are so obsessed and know everything about DEA, okay? So hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so if you're new, she says, this is another thing. This is Danielle Elizabeth Allen. Her interrogation video, she says. And what's interesting, she says, about this whole thing is that when they talk about this whole interrogation video, and they say, oh, poor baby turtle, which is true. Poor baby turtle. And it was very difficult to talk about this story. Alcohol poisoning. And the mother. I laid it out. She mentions Courtney Morris, Larry Champ, the father. We're on drugs that night, she says, on different types of drugs and stuff, okay. This is fair use commentary. Trigger warning. Because of the nature of it, I will skip some parts of it. She created multiple videos. Yes, it was baby turtle. Who would put up those little turtles during, the story when I told it? And here she's saying that I didn't care about turtle, the story, none of it. The only thing that I cared about, she said, the only thing that I talked about really was DEA. She told her audience that I didn't read from the police reports. Not true. That's not speculation. That's facts. A narrative was created and painted leading up to and justifying painting a certain character. I know, Rip McClurk. It's all documented. It's not my words. I don't have to expand them, contract them. It's her words. Deleted, but preserved. Still nothing on the docket. Just checked. That was filed and has appeared. I should clarify. No, that is true the way I said it. Nothing appears on the docket since 12:10. Doesn't mean it wasn't filed today. What it means also for me at this time, if something was filed on Friday, typically it would have shown up by now, but I don't know. It's been my experience. Can't say for sure. Hold on. Again, I want to be mindful. This is serious. I've always taken this seriously. And respectfully, when I'm talking about, especially this child who was a twin baby girl, never once did I accuse Daniel Elizabeth. Let's just take Daniel Elizabeth as being responsible for the unaliving of that child. Never. Let alone the defendant, who has put on record multiple times that I did. Also, just a side note, and maybe I'll address this later tonight because I'm not going to stay on too long, but I am going to stay on until 4:30. Okay, whether it's with music or whatever. Okay, until the court closes, I'm going to be on air. And then after that, I am going to take a long break and come back tonight, God willing, for part 3. Yes, thank you. Trigger warning for mature audiences only. I think I was very sensitive when I was telling the story from the report, from the police report. And even when I showed the interrogation of Courtney Morris, there was some compassion there, even from the detectives. If you remember, the detectives, yes, they were, asking very difficult questions. But at some point, what they wanted the truth, not to shame her, not to shame Courtney Morris. It was the gravity and everything that was involved in her background that led up to that. But still, they held her accountable. And in the end, it was accidental that it was ruled. It was an accident. And still to this day, after going over the police reports and listening to the transcripts and videos when I have, and it's been a while since I played them, Courtney's, interrogation. She kept saying, I don't know how the alcohol, how it got in the baby's bottle. But then there was an explanation offered by the detective. And we'll go back to these. That sometimes parents, a parent like a mother, who is taking care of babies, getting no sleep, because the detective started to paint the picture of Courtney and what happened the night of that. She was in the home alone with a toddler and the 2 babies. And she complained that she hadn't gotten any sleep. So the detective said, this is a theory possibility. The way he asked him if the alcohol that was ended up in the baby's bottle, was it because to quiet the baby down, to stop the baby from crying so that she could get rest? but somehow too much. Too much would be one drop because the toxicology reports came back and it was way over the limit. So to say that no compassion was shown, no thought, this was a very tragic story, and I said it was. All parts of it. Yeah. Let me go back to this. Let's see. Again, I'm reading from a deleted video. I believe it's deleted. I've checked. It might be there, but I've checked. Who is Danielle Elizabeth Allen? Sabrina's petition, Teddy Bundy's obsession, Black Tea Sector. November 4th, 2023. My girl, 5.09. My girl, blank. Make sure y'all subscribe to my girl, blank. Here I come. Yeah, make sure y'all sign the petition. Almost 300 signatures. Almost 300 signatures. Her words. Celebrate. Yeah, make sure y'all sign the petition. So yeah, it's at 268 signatures. So keep signing. And to be honest, she says, and to be honest, it will be at more if I actually promoted it more, but I only promote it most of the time is over here. I barely come over here to promote. Let's see. Y'all. So it's clear in her own words with numbers and dates and timestamps and signatures and people in the chat saying, I've signed it, check. It's done, check. She's showing it. It's going up, promoting it, sign, Michigan, sign, contact, sign, the governor, sign, the mayor, sign it. There it is, promote it. Come over here, she says. 547. Sign it. Who is Elizabeth Allen? The petition, Teddy Bundy. Sabrina, Danielle, Elizabeth. All of that. A big promo. And the money was rolling in. That's not speculation. That's somebody in ECF 4647. It said they're the only one on the account. They have no clue. How it really got there. It just gets there every day. They don't know why they're getting paid. They're just getting paid. Let it flow. Let's keep going. Wow. She's talking about Daniel Elizabeth. Something about her mom said something. Something about, wow, I didn't know this. Oh, okay. Somehow in between here, she starts talking about hear her. We'll just leave that out. Hmm. Just reading it to see if I want to say that. There's definitely plenty of places in this one video where the expression I don't give an F about a lot of things. Yeah, F Teddy. That's what she says. I don't care how old she is. You didn't care about a lot of things. She says, now the truth will come out. F Teddy. Wow. She keeps repeating, I don't care how old she is, how elderly she is. F her. F. Whoa. I tell you, I haven't read a lot of this. So she does this comparison and she puts up 3 pictures and she asks with a poll. She has a picture of Daniel Elizabeth. She has my picture up. And then she has what is supposed to be her's picture up. And she says, who looks the best? Who looks the best? Someone tell me. She says, I think Danielle Allen looks the best. That sucks for y'all, right? All while claiming to remain unbothered. And then, of course, she goes into a long thing about a licensed physician assistant. Wow. Can't go through all these quotes. There's a lot of them. Huh. Oh, so this is also the one she's showing pictures of Daniel Elizabeth, her social media. So this was the one. November the 4th, 2023. I mentioned that, but this is it. Yeah, she's showing a lot of her social media posts. Yeah. And then she plays this video of one of the sisters is having a birthday party. And then she's giving commentary on it. And Daniel Elizabeth is there as well. The family. She's showing everything. So I guess in this video, she's doing a lot. She's talking about Daniel Elizabeth Allen, just like the title, the petition, and the black tea sector. But she has given a lot on what the police and the FBI and the courts do and cannot do and have not done and how they will respond. It's 4 o'clock. I wanted to give you a little bit more. There are so many examples of what she said about the court, what she said about the police, what she said about what I'm not doing, what she said about the sector believing me, what she said about the police believing me, about I don't have a case, about I'm not serious. Like nobody's going to find her. Except she did say, if the FBI gets involved, that they could find her, but that they're not going to get involved. That's her words. And the bottom line here in this video, she is saying she's untouchable. Nobody. So this is her chance. There's 3 doors. Compliance. She can ignore it. Or she can come with some other story. It all falls in one of the 3 buckets. I said it the other day. It's the big picture. I said I won't speculate. I'll just report on what it is right now. And I will check one more time before, at 4:30 when the court closes. Again, for those who aren't as familiar, most of us are by now. Something could have been filed today. We will just have to wait until tomorrow to see if anything shows up. And I think at the latest would be Wednesday. We will know what was filed, or if anything was filed, even if it's some motion, whatever it is. But the judge expected, based on her order, one thing today, by today, not on today, but by today, that Daniel Robertson, the defendant, give a written, response to the court identifying her legal name and postal address. And yes, I have repeated that multiple times because people come in and out, and I want it to be clear I'm not making it up. And I want to say it just like that. Yeah. So let me just take a quick break and I will come back. All right. It is 4:08. I'll read some of your comments. I'll check my mail. And then it will soon be 4:30. And I will check once more. And then I will say, yeah, have a good afternoon. So I'll start from the bottom and just kind of jump around. And if you want to email me, I do plan to come back later on tonight to for analyze this mess and for maybe an hour. Yeah, I don't plan to come back like too late. It will be after 9 o'clock, I think. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sharon says the defendant thought whatever she said or what actions she took was okay. As you see, there are consequences for your actions. Well, what is on the docket right now is, this is all part of it. It's not over until it's over, the final. But this is just one part of the case. It's a very important part. Yeah. It's at this fork that I talked about, this juncture. Yeah. The train coming into the station, unless some levers are pulled to derail that train from getting to the station, yeah, it's headed for the station. Yeah. And after 4:30, that's the deadline. So then whatever happens beyond that, we don't know yet. We don't know what has happened today yet. Yeah, only because of, yeah. So we shall see. And yes, hello, Bush babies. Thanks for dropping by and showing your support. Yeah. I mean, the bushes are comfortable. Yeah. And I don't expect people to be in the chat, especially newbies. They're just checking out the channel. And while you are checking out the channel, why not check out Run Tell That 2 is my second channel. All right. And we are, less than, I'll say maybe, well, let me look so I can be exact. I'll tell you how far we are. We are 968 subscribers. So that would mean we are 32 away. So if you want to make that 31, you can go over there and subscribe. Yeah. I'd appreciate that. A Run Tell That too. We may simulcast again tonight. Not sure. We might. I'm not sure. I have a ton of things that I could do. Go over to Stationhead. But last night we listened to a video, and let's see what's in store for later tonight. Let's see if there's any. Let's see. I haven't checked the news, or at least shared it with you too much. Let's see if there's anything out there. One thing in the news, yeah, that I thought was at least someone in custody. And that was, they did have someone they were questioning in the Brown University shooting that left um, two people, um, this unalive, yeah, deceased, and others injured, some still critical. Well, they released that individual because they didn't have enough. And this person of interest is still on the loose. I thought they had someone. Okay. There's a lot of news. On to the Reiner, the death of this director, Rob Reiner, and his wife. Um, his son is the suspect here, and he was seen having an argument with his father at a party on Saturday night. Yeah, so much is going on. Rob Reiner was one of the greatest directors never nominated for an Oscar in that category. Wow. There's a lot of news. The Australia shooting has left more than, I think it's 15. In that attack, at least 15 people have been killed and 27 are in hospitals. That after a shooting at Sydney's Bondi Beach on yesterday. And it has been declared a terrorist incident. Also in Los Angeles, it's being reported in major news outlets that 4 people have been arrested and or questioned, that they may have deterred a New Year's planned for bombing. So it is, December the 15th. We are 16 days away from New Year's Eve. And the news just every day just seems to be more and more as we approach, the new year. So prayers up for the families of the victims that have lost their lives. I looked. Viva says, now I'm looking in the chat. Did you find the TikTok song by Scene? I looked. Now I'm going to look again by that artist right now. And I even checked if it was on, let's see. Let me just start from the beginning, because on Epidemic Sound by artists. Let's see. So if I go to Scene and one of the artists, but she does K-pop, or they do K-pop. I don't know. I need to go through my saved tracks, and I will search for it. Oh, Now you're calling it a different artist. No, 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 no. I know who Meathead. Meathead. That's right. You know what? I didn't know. I didn't realize that he was Meathead, and that's Rob Reiner. He played Meathead. He was the character. Yes, someone told me that today. It's like, wow, yeah, he was very talented, and it's such a tragedy. Yeah. So, no, I haven't found the song, but I will look again. And if you know the name of it, or even some of the words of the name, words in the song, or track, and or words in the title, please let me know. I want to find it for you. I do. And yes, check out Online with Teddy's community wall for any updates, changes to the schedule for tonight. Yeah, we'll see. You played it a lot, so then I played it in the beginning. Let's see. Um, and if I did, I would have saved it. So it will be one of my save songs. Mhm. And let me see if it's one of my liked songs. Um, no, I can check it. Mm, Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm looking under liked videos. There's so many that I have liked. But let's see if it will allow me to filter it. There is a TikTok by Scene, and it was liked. Let's go ahead and I will play it. She must have a. Let me go back. Now, what happened to it? Right? You're right. So we found it. Thank you. By seeing I had liked it. Yeah. It is called TikTok by Scene. Yeah. And the is that a request? Time keeps on slipping into the future. Is that I looked that one up, and what I'm coming up with is Fly Like an Eagle. Fly Like an Eagle. Is that the one? Steve Miller Band. That's it. Okay, let's go ahead and play that one. Fly Like an Eagle. One more time, song. This is the Rolling Stones. Time's up. Time's up, and I just checked the docket, and nothing yet appeared on the docket 12:15. It could have been filed today, but the court is closed. Court is closed. That's it. So now we will wait and find out and see. One of three doors were crossed, were walked through today. Either it was compliance, refusal, or non-compliance, something in there, or something else. We'll just put it in a bucket. I've called it 3 different things by now. Did we call it deception today? Because that is one of them too. So compliance is real identity. Okay. Refusal is no response. And then deception would be a response, but something that's not true. That's it. DForDayZero. All right. It's 4:32. I plan to come on again tonight, and we'll wrap it up with DForDayZero. That's it. That's it. That's in the books. The time, that part is history now. What is inside of that history? Well, we don't know until tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll know something, but I don't know. I said I won't speculate. I won't speculate on what that response will be. No. No. D4. I don't know. But we got to this point. We actually got to this point. And that's one. That part is done. December the 15th came. The hours of the court. There. We don't know if someone walked through the door today and filed. Right? Even at the last minute. We don't know. But it appears that nothing was filed on Friday. Right? So that left today. Yeah. I don't know. We do have a history, a documented history in her own words. And it's not in one video. It's not in 2 videos. It's not in 3 videos. It's threaded throughout her history from the beginning of when she first came onto this platform, and words that were said, not just to me, but to multiple audiences, content creators. But the only one that she's supposed to be accountable to today was the court. And she talked about accountability. So this, we will see if she made herself accountable to the court. Yeah. If she took accountability, responsibility, and followed through. So I'll just ask the question. What? I'll tell you. Well, just so you know, it's paperwork is boring, that part. Accountability would look like, I asked what would accountability look like today. Identity on the docket. Yeah. Not hinted, not implied, not available upon request. A written notice identifying her legal name, her postal address. File timestamp, public to the court, end of anonymity, sorry, as we know it. And if she did this, then she was accountable. Yeah. If she filed something other than what was ordered, I'm just going to say it's in, I think it's in one of those other buckets. But I don't, yeah, we'll see. And we know, I mean, clearly we know if she filed nothing at all, that's clearly the cleanest form of not being accountable. Yeah. So I don't know. All right. Anything else before I say goodbye for now? So I can come back. I didn't check my email. And we're good. Yeah. That's it. We'll see. Benefit of the doubt. I don't know. I said I'd be surprised. That was it. And I did say nothing would surprise me. All right. Vicky says, thanks for supporting Unwind with Teddy. You are truly appreciated. And you are. That clock goes away. Yeah, that one. Okay. I'm going to say biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Join me sometime later tonight. But now it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
She's so fierce with her style. She talks that talk and walks that walk in her high heels with pride. 손가락질만 내 익숙한 girl 예쁜 여자 쉬운 여자 Get to know her babe 깜짝 놀랄걸 다시 다칠까봐 두려워 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워 Samantha, Samantha She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all 급사랑에 푹 빠져버린 것 같아 Hang on, honey, there's more I love you, but I love me more Oh, that's what she said once So she's reckless 어디로 튈지 몰라 사랑하는 그녀가 모습만 봐 And that's fine, she doesn't mind Get to know her way Then you can can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you smile Can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you Can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you Can't help it but fall in love The moment she makes you shine Samantha, Samantha 내가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha Just to be loved, loved, loved That is all, is all 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워 Samantha, Samantha She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all Can't help it but fall in love Can't help it but fall in love Can't help it but fall in love 눈물마저 사랑스러워 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워 사랑이라면 다친데도 괜찮아 Samantha, Samantha She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all tak한 사람만 바라보고 있잖아 사랑받아 마땅한 그녀